WIFO-FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country, 105.5 FM. It is now time for the world-famous Butch and Bob Show, brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.
Are you looking for an insurance company that you can call and talk to a live person? Are you looking for an insurance company where you can walk in and talk to an agent? Are you looking for an insurance company that offers multiple companies so they can try and get you the best rate? If you said yes to any of these, then you need to call or come by O'Quinn & Associates Insurance Financial Services. We offer multiple companies so we can find the best fit for you. Give us a call at 385-1000 or stop by our office at 212 South First Street right here in Jessup.
Since 1946, Murphy's Builder Supply has been serving the folks of Jessup, Wayne, and surrounding counties with quality products and knowledgeable service. Matter of fact, they feel they sell service first to make sure you get exactly what you need for your home improvement projects. And with each employee at Murphy's being there for 10 years or more, you know you're talking with someone with the experience to help you with building supplies, tools, paint, and all the things you need from a full-service hardware store. The best choice in home improvement is Murphy's Builder Supply, 156 Northeast Broad Street, Jessup.
When it comes to barbecue, Van's Barbecue in Jessup is the place to be. A small family-owned business located at 1876 on the Savannah Highway. Van's Barbecue has lunch and dinner specials. Stop by or call to make an order. The number to call, 427-3358. Van's Barbecue's new manager is Sarah Van. Van's Barbecue offers potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, and don't forget their delicious mac and cheese. Also, check out their shrimp plates, the best in town. Yes, when it comes to the barbecue, head to Van's Barbecue, locally owned and operated. Stop by and tell them the Big Dog sent you. Once again, the number to order, 427-3358.
Hi, I'm Raymond Brown.
And I'm Mandy Yeomans. At First Southern Bank, our customers are like family. As a locally owned community bank, we're dedicated to helping our clients succeed.
We have loans for every need, whether it's personal or business. We have lines of credit, auto loans, equipment loans, and of course, we offer mortgages. Stop by our bank or call us at 912-588-1010 and see how First Southern Bank can help you.
Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Jessup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
The world-famous Butch and Bob Show.
World-famous Butch and Bob Show right here on WIFO, 105.5 FM in Jessup, Big Dog Country Radio. Bob, how's it going?
It's going well.
Going well?
Yep.
Got your Steelers cap on this morning. They're not going well.
They're only one game out. They're in good shape.
They're in good shape?
They changed
Feel
quarterbacks. Yeah, they got the new quarterback now.
Who's the new quarterback?
The number 1 draft pick, Kenny Pickett.
Kenny Pickett. Where did Kenny come from?
Pitt University.
Kenny Pickett came from Pittsburgh.
Yep.
Okay. Stayed in the state there, didn't he? Didn't go far.
And trained in that facility this whole career. So they share the stadium with Pitt. So I'm glad that he's finally the quarterback. Defense got to get T.J. Watt back, but they're 1-3. Everybody else in Division's 2-2, so they're only one game out. So a lot of games left. So Tomlin will turn it around, get it rolling. So you got to keep the faith.
Got to keep the faith, Bob. Not a long season. I'm not going to go on 4 games.
That's what I'm saying. It's a marathon. Let's say they're only one game out. I mean, everybody else
all the way to first
everybody else is 2-2.
Like
it's not like anybody's tearing it up in the division.
No. It's a good parity going on here. A lot of teams 2-2.
They'll turn it around. I said, but I'm glad that you finally changed quarterbacks. I wasn't sold on Mitch Trubisky when they signed him, so I'm glad he's finally on the bench where he belongs.
Okay.
So Kenny Pickett era begins, and they'll roll from here.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Trying to figure out, the Braves, they should wrap up the division either today or tomorrow, or hopefully today. And trying to, they start in round 2 after the wild card, but I don't know what the dates on those are.
The first round starts Friday, so
yeah, it does.
3 games, best 2 out of 3, so that should wrap up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So the second round should get underway sometime next week.
Next week is what we're looking at for Atlanta then. Okay, just trying to figure this out here, and we've got if, ands, or buts on here. So yeah,
the first wild card round is just 2 out of 3, so that's a tough series. Right. Anybody could win that. Philadelphia got that final wild card spot yesterday, so it's the Mets. Most likely the Mets. the Padres and the Phillies are the 3 wild card teams in the National League.
Okay. All right. So the Braves will be in the second round. I know that in the National League, them and L.A. are definitely in the second round.
Right. Braves and Dodgers have the best record, so they get a bye.
They get a bye. So. And if the round started today in the National League, this weekend, the 7th and 8th would be Philadelphia at St. Louis and San Diego at the Mets for that. That's 2 out of 3. Right. And on the American League, if it began today, Tampa Bay would be at Chicago, and who in the world is S?
And the other good news is that the Braves avoid the Dodgers in round 1. They won't play the Dodgers in round 1.
Okay.
So
that's right. If they'll play the winner of the St. Louis Philadelphia series. Right. All right. So they'll play them, and then they win that, and then they'll move on. Where L.A. is going to play the winner of the San Diego Mets and then move on.
Right. That's if the Braves clinch the division. They still haven't clinched the division yet.
Right.
They have to do that. But disappointed last night to see them get shut out.
Oh, man, they probably all over that field.
They probably celebrate on the plane all the way to Miami.
Probably,
after
but you don't do that.
Mets.
You got to wrap up business. You You can't say, well, the odds are in our favor. Well, they are, but still, you got to win. You got to win the game.
That was a big sweep in the Mets, though. That was huge.
No, that was huge. So, absolutely huge.
So I'm sure there was a lot of partying going on the plane to Miami.
Well, you're the world champs. The party doesn't start until you win the World Series again.
Get real. These are human beings.
I know. Yeah, there are young kids out there. It's hard to believe they're most of them in their 20s.
They look like they were hung over watching them play yesterday. I mean, I was like, who are these guys? You get shut out when you get a chance to clinch the division.
Yeah,
they didn't play very well.
Yeah, Atlanta wins on out. They'll play more than likely the Dodgers for the National League Championship to go to the World Series. If L.A. can get past San Diego or the Mets.
I want to count any of these teams. Like I said,
no, you can't count any of them.
Philadelphia's red hot. Bryce Harper's tough. They got a good lineup. They got good pitching. I mean, San Diego's got a good team. So, and when it's a 2 out of 3 series, that first round, you just don't know who's going to win or survive. So that's why you want to try to avoid it. That's why you want to win that division. That's
right.
Why it's important to clinch that division. But the Mets have a doubleheader day if the rain blitz up in New York.
Still raining up there a lot.
It's hard to sweep a double header. So hopefully the Nationals can win one of those games. Like I said, it's a one Met loss or one Braves win, and the division's over. So,
right.
But the Braves didn't help themselves last night with.
Well, it ain't over till the Yogi Berra says it ain't over till it's over.
Over till it's over. That's
ain't
right.
over till it's over. Okay. So more than likely, the Braves will win the division, and for the 5th year in a row, Bob, 5 years in a row now, the Braves have won that Eastern Division, and we are your Atlanta Braves radio station for Southeast Georgia. We got Braves beginning at 5:25 this afternoon, and then tomorrow's game is going to be a mid-afternoon game.
Right.
Yeah, let's see, that's 2:55, 3:55. It's going to be a little after 4 o'clock. 4:10 will be the first pitch tomorrow as the Braves will finish out the regular season and then more likely just skip this weekend and then move right on into next week for the second round of baseball playoffs. Well, let's see, Monday Night Football. What happened on Monday Night Football last night, Bob?
The Rams didn't look very good.
Rams are not looking good this year so far. They just
look like they got that Super Bowl hangover.
They do, don't they?
But Matthew Stafford's. They said he was hurt earlier in the year. He just didn't look like himself. That interception he threw was not a very good pass. So I said he got sacked a bunch. They showed a stat yesterday in the postgame show. In the 2 losses, he's been sacked 12 times. So they're not. He's
been knocked around like a rag doll back there.
Not really
Where's that offensive line?
Not really protecting him. So, but I said it when that Lance guy got hurt for San Francisco. I don't know what they were thinking. Jimmy Garoppolo's won a Super Bowl and took him to the NFC Championship game. He's the best quarterback they got. So when the guy got hurt and Garoppolo had to step back in, that was a blessing for San Francisco. Don't be surprised if he doesn't take him to the Super Bowl again. That guy can play. That's the guy I wanted Pittsburgh to go get. Right. I didn't want Mitch Trubisky. I wanted Jimmy Garoppolo.
Jimmy G. Give me Jimmy G.
But San Francisco wouldn't let him go. So that guy can play.
Yeah, he can.
He's a good quarterback.
So why doesn't anybody want him? No one picked him up in the offseason.
Nobody.
I don't understand.
Supposedly he had an injury. That's the word.
Well, they all got injuries.
They said he went through some surgery and they weren't sure if he's healthy. So that was the word. everybody was hesitant because they didn't know the extent of the injury. But apparently he's healthy now, and he looked pretty good last night. San Francisco got a good football team. But it's weird because, like I said, the Niners always beat the Rams during the regular season, but the Rams always beat the Niners in the playoffs. So
yep.
when they played
what
in the
happened last year?
playoffs, so who knows?
They played 3 games last year, and the Rams won the game that counted.
It's a long season. A lot of injuries piling up, too. I mean, that's all you see. Teams just losing key players left and right. So
you just never know how it's going to be
game.
from week to week.
It's just a brutal game.
And they've tried their best to try to
get on the sidelines. I've been fortunate.
Oh, yeah. You been on those sidelines?
You hear those bones just crack.
I mean, you hear them hit down there?
Just wonder how some of those people, and, that's why they're, you hear these commentators talk about these Thursday night games are just not good. I mean, they're just, because Monday and Tuesday, these guys can barely get out of bed.
Right.
And then they're back out on the field Thursday. They said it's just, but they're all making money. That's the problem. Players are making more money.
Always about the money,
always
honey.
about the money. It's dictated by TV. But if you talk to any NFL player and anybody that follows the game, truthfully, they think these Thursday night games are just.
Well, there were some talking
good.
heads this weekend that says, if you're going to have a Thursday night game, you should have a bye week the week before. But that's hard to line up, a bye week for every single Thursday for people to be playing on Thursday night.
They said years ago the only Thursday night games used to be on Thanksgiving. That was
right.
It.
That was it.
Now, I said TV dictates.
It's the money. It's not just TV. It's money.
Money.
If it wasn't money involved, they wouldn't do it.
Right. And
It's always about the money.
Players are making money too, so they don't seem to be complaining. But,
yeah.
But you just see more and more injuries.
Well, they're bigger, faster, stronger. When you got bigger, faster, stronger guys running into each other, there's going to be injuries. Yeah.
I said it's a brutal game.
It is a brutal game down there, and they do their best to try to make it as safe as possible, but still keep it football. There's a lot of things that you cannot do today that you could do years ago to try to make the game a little bit safer. But still, man, you got a 250, 300, 350-pound guy hitting up against another guy that size. Yeah, that's a lot of kinetic energy there.
And the Dolphins already announced that Tua's not playing this weekend. He's still in concussion protocol. So
well, I'm sure he is.
The question is how long will he be?
Is he doing okay? Is he?
They don't really say. He says his tweets say he's doing fine, but I say you just don't know. But it didn't look good. I mean, it's still.
Oh man,
that's still a scary thing. If you watch that video, I mean,
there's no way he should be playing
just
Thursday
wobbling
night.
around. That's just tough to watch.
No way.
Yeah. But we wish him well.
Yeah. Hopefully he'll have a completely full recovery and get back out there and play the game that he loves playing. Any surprises in the NFL this year that you've seen so far in the first 4 games that kind of just stand out?
Philadelphia surprised me how good they're playing. I mean, Jalen Hurts having a good year. Philadelphia, they're off to a 4-0 start. They look pretty good. I just laugh every time New England loses. It's Len Hoss used to say it's not about X's nose. Jimmy's and Joe, they brag about how great Bill Belichick is. He's not too good without Tom Brady, is he?
He hasn't won really much since then, has he?
That's what I'm saying. It's all about the Jimmys and Joes. It's easy to coach when you got Tom Brady throwing darts. It's kind of hard when you don't have Tom Brady. But
yeah, Tom's got to get his head in the
I'm
game.
not a Bill Belichick. That guy is just they built him up like he's some great master. But like I said, I remember when he was in Cleveland, he couldn't win. He got lucky with Tom Brady and won a lot of Super Bowls, but since Brady's left him, he hasn't won much. So.
No.
But that's the big. Like I said, Philadelphia stands out. But I think Buffalo's and Kansas City, to me, are 2 of the better teams. I mean,
Buffalo, Kansas City, really good. Philadelphia, Dallas is looking pretty decent with their defense.
Buffalo. I mean, Dallas is surprised with Cooper Rush. I mean, nobody knows who Cooper Rush is. He's a kid out of Central Michigan, walk on, just not undrafted. So that's a unique story.
Mm-hmm.
And Jerry Jones, the owner, he's just stirring it every chance to get talking about.
He wants people talking about Dallas.
That's right.
He knows there's no controversy.
That's what they
there.
said. That's what they said on the
Strahan. There's no controversy there.
Michael Strahan said it best. He said, "Yeah, he just wants Dallas in the news." But Cooper Rush, it'll be interesting what happens. As good as Cooper Rush is playing, there's a lot of teams that need a quarterback. So maybe they'll.
But then Dallas needs a good backup because he gets the starting quarterback for Dallas gets hurt all the time. He stays out more than he plays.
It'd be interesting to see how it goes when Dak Prescott gets back, because if they start losing, they don't really be a controversy.
They need to keep Rush there because Prescott, he seems to be injured more than he does play. I mean, look at his playing history. He's injured all the time. he was doing a commercial a while back for Sleep Number mattresses, I said, well, he needs a good mattress because he stays in bed all the time hurt.
There's a couple quarterbacks really in trouble. Justin Fields looks awful in Chicago. He's not playing well. Baker Mayfield's on his last team.
Yeah, he doesn't look good at all either, does he?
So, I mean,
new team didn't help Baker, did it?
I mean, luckily he's got all that money from commercials because it's NFL playing days. Look what they're coming to him. He does good commercials though.
Yeah, he does great commercials.
I love his commercials.
Yeah. I liked everything when he talked to Alice Cooper. That time is that your boots? Of course, it was Alice's boots.
He's making good money in commercials.
There was a county council meeting last night.
County meeting last night.
Anything important out of that?
Oh, they got a new chief registrar.
Chief registrar.
By the time I got there, the meeting was over, so I'm just going on what I was heard. It was a 3-2 vote.
What does registrar do?
That's where you go register to vote.
Oh, okay.
They have a chief registrar.
So they have a new chief registrar. And so they were voted in?
3-2 vote.
Okay. And I don't think anything else much. I was trying to think anything else.
Those two projects are important. The tier projects, Sunset Boulevard and all that, but they're expensive projects. They approve those.
Boy, that's going to be a mess when they go finally 4-lane Sunset Boulevard,
Just something needed.
It was definitely needed. It gets packed on there from the intersection of 1st Street and Sunset all the way down to Highway 341. But that's going to be a mess through there. But, what's needed is what's needed.
Moving forward.
Yep. That's true.
Progress,
Bob. Either you're moving forward or you're falling behind. There's no coasting.
Congrats to Appleton County. It was a big win last night on a Monday Night Football. Didn't stop the crowd from being there. That place was packed last night. And so those wall-to-wall people.
Wall-to-wall people, and they defeated Pierce?
Beat Pierce. It's been a while since Appleton beat Pierce in football. So congrats to the Pirates for that big win, big region win. 28-17 the final.
Okay. Were they projected to win, or do you know?
They hadn't beat Pierce in a while, so Pierce has got that talented running back, but they put in a wildcat and just snap it to him, and he runs over people. But
they just give him the ball and let him run, huh?
Appleton County able to shut it down last night. So, Pierce had trouble against Appleton County's passing game. Appleton threw a couple touchdown passes. So, big win for the Pirates.
How do you know so much about the game?
I listened to most of it.
Oh, you listened to it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, sounds good. Well, congratulations to Appleton County. I know they wanted that victory bad over their rivals there, Pierce County. And, of course, being a region game, it adds even more importance.
They got a nice field. Spend a lot of money on that field.
Where they're at Appleton? Yeah.
It's a pretty thing. Those things are
it's
pretty.
Party thing?
Pierce has got a pretty field. Those things are nice.
I'd like to be able to step on one of them things. If it's an artificial thing. It's got to be soft, though. It can't be the old concrete thing, is it?
It's like walking on a carpet. I'm saying it's nice.
Okay, it's better than putting AstroTurf over a concrete slab, huh?
But all these schools are going to this synthetic surface. It's nice.
Try to have a playing field that you don't have to keep the grass up all the time, huh?
They're expensive, but once you get it in place, but they sure look nice.
Do they save money in the long run? That's what you hope for.
That's what I'm saying. They don't have to water it. They don't have to do anything. They save money that way.
And it stays the same all the time?
Yeah, save money on maintenance. It's a nice looking facility, though. Both Pierce and Appleton have it. So,
well, this is National 4-H Week, and we had several 4-Hers that came in last week that produced some 4-H announcements, and we'll be airing those all week long. So just like to say congratulations to all the students out there that are involved in 4-H. It's just a great organization, and National 4-H Week all week long.
Reminder, homecoming Thursday. Hopefully the sun will come out today. Didn't come out yesterday.
It's supposed to come out about 3 o'clock. Even at 12 noon, the forecast was saying it's going to become partly sunny and get high of 72 at 3 o'clock. Didn't do it. Didn't do it at all. So I don't know where the forecasters went wrong yesterday. They must have had the hurricane hangover or something like that, because they sure didn't get it right. But the rest of the week, today all the way through the rest of the week, supposed to be sunny. Just beautiful. Beautiful fall week all week long.
Good.
Well, I could live with temperatures around 50 at night and around 72 during the day. Man, that's my kind of weather right there. Don't get much of it, but I like it.
Perfect. perfect weather.
Absolutely
So it should be a beautiful day for the homecoming parade Thursday.
Oh, yeah, beautiful day. And that starts at what time?
5 o'clock in downtown Jessup.
Okay, but it starts there on Bay Street at the
Bay
fire
Street,
station and then goes through downtown, the homecoming parade. And then homecoming Friday night at JC Stadium. We're playing who?
The Islands.
The Islands, huh? Okay. Have they won a game this year?
They're 0-6.
Ooh, okay. All right. Looking pretty good then for Friday night, isn't it?
Hopefully a big win. It's always nice to win homecoming. That's why you schedule things like that for homecoming.
Well, you know, you like it like that because, you know, there's so many distractions during homecoming week for everyone, and, of course, the players, of course. And you like to have a team that you know that you don't have to be 100% there mentally because homecoming week does throw a lot of curveballs out there for everyone. But it's always nice. It's always having the homecoming court and the queen and people coming in from out of town.
I still remember our freshman year at Georgia. We played Kentucky for homecoming. Kentucky came in at 144 zip. That was a bad
What year was that?
78.
78?
That was the day Prince Charles showed up.
That's right. That's the day that Prince Charles was there. I remember that now. Yeah. Yeah, I was down here in Jessup. I'd already graduated in 76, but by 78, I was back here in Jessup working for my dad. And I remember that Prince Charles is there, you know. It's homecoming. Beautiful day there at Sanford Stadium, Athens, in the Classic City, and we get whipped up on by Kentucky.
No, he's going to be the king.
He is king.
He is the king.
He is king.
He is
King Charles.
So,
That's right. King Charles.
I can say I saw a king.
He wasn't king then. Oh, boy.
I still can't understand why he came. I mean, people ask, why was he down there?
That had been a reason he was there.
He was there.
He was there.
They introduced him at homecoming.
Yeah,
I mean, at halftime,
that.
he walked across the field, and everybody cheered. And
yeah,
that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. And the Wayne County Tourism, it's got their fair coming next week, the fall fair. Hopefully the weather next week is as good as it is this week. The fair coming into town next week from the 11th Tuesday through Saturday the 15th out there at the JC Fairgrounds on the Savannah Highway. You know, it's still just $10 to get into the fair, and you get to ride all those rides. Yeah. $10. That's a good deal, right? You can get a lot of fun for $10 at the fair.
Always draws a big crowd.
Yes, it does. And then, of course, the Tourism Board has the other event coming up, the Big Buck Jamboree. It's an 8-day Big Buck contest. First place, Bob, is $5,000.
That's right.
Makes you want to go get a hunting license and go out there and try to get a deer, huh?
No.
No?
But good luck to all those hunters out there.
$5,000 for first place. You can't beat that with a stick. Just go to WayneTourism.com, WayneTourism.com to read all about it. Or you can just give them a call at the Wayne County Tourism Board there at 427-3233, 427-3233. They'll have other prizes also, but that's first place. And you can hunt in all these counties, Bob. You can hunt and let me see if I can find it. Wayne, Long, Glenn, Brantley, Pierce, Appling, or Tattnall counties. And then at the end of it, they'll have a big banquet where you get the meal premium for $50, Bob. You have a chance to win $5,000 plus other cash prizes, and you get entry into the banquet, the meal, general raffle ticket, gun raffle ticket, and tournament T-shirt. That's a good $50 spent right there.
Hunters love it.
Yeah, they sure do. The Big Buck Jamboree. Well, Bob, we're about out of time. Anything that else on your mind this morning before we head out of the world-famous Butch and Bob show?
City Jessup meets tonight. I'll have a full report for you on that tomorrow here on the local news.
Okay.
We're going to talk about naming that park, so we'll see if they named the park. Be interested how that park looks. I've been by there. They're doing a lot of work on it, but I'm not really sure what all's going to be at that park.
It will be interesting to see how it all's going to turn out.
Yeah.
Okay, Bob. Have a good day. All right, the world-famous Butch and Bob show right here on WIFO 105.5 FM, brought to you by O'Quinn & Associates, Murphy Builder Supply, Van's Barbecue, and First Southern Bank.